the old model, that it feels defensive and needs to now go and squash it, whether it's through a corporate entity or an underhand government maneuver. It needs to not feel threatened. It needs to feel that whatever else comes, whatever else is built, let's say hyperculture, can offer that solution, that portal of evolution. That it's seamless, that it's like water, that it moves to the point of least resistance, and that people do too. So there's no resistance, there's no fear. The whole model has to be built without fear. There can be no resistance from the old system. It can only just grow naturally and naturally draw people energy value out of the old way, or the absence of a way in many countries of the world where there isn't. It's like you have to go and travel somewhere to get even a little access to getting some fiat currency in your hand, and go and work for how many hours to get a little bit of money that you can then go to the shop and buy something which has come from a factory, which has then got its own whole relationship to it. So back to the spore and the next phase of what it's offering, these ideal needs and how to develop them. So you imagine now the spore as a seed, and this spore growing these hyphal networks. So each of these networks are an industry, are an ideal need, you could say. So as people are registering, they've got a first layer of registration, and that first layer of registration is just for the basic ability to trade locally between each other, goods and services. But there's a next layer to that. Once a community or people were aware of it, they would be able to, and that would be the responsibility of the store owner, to be a primary parent and to be sharing the potential of what this tool can offer, is to truly develop each one of these hyphal networks would be to complete a set of tasks. And these tasks would be industry specific and focused on the cream of the West, you could say, or the cream of humanity. And what systems, what technology, what tools do we have available, specifically, primarily environmentally focused, and humanity focused, to develop each of these industries. So in order to complete a task, if we take agriculture, which is the most, the greatest industry that I relate to, it's easy to look at and say, well, in any given area that has a spore, a group of farmers get together and they create the hyphal network, right? And they're a core group. And in order to complete each of their tasks, they need to data collect. So they need to know how many hectares or acres of land is available to them for growing. What do they use currently? What is their available land that still can be used? What soil type have they got there? What available labor do they have to them? What does the season look like for them? What crops do well? So they would data collect, and as they went along the way, they would earn value. They would earn a type of cryptocurrency that would be geo-specific to their spore, to their location, which would connect to the same currency which people are trading for goods and services locally. And this currency would be released in chunks. It would be like distributed amongst themselves. They would be earning it as they'd be completing each task. And that data would reach a capacity, would reach a point for each hyphal network, and some of them would have to interconnect in order to grow each other in a way where an area which was not dependent. 1 second.